What's up, y'all? Welcome to my daily series on how I help hospitality operators systematize and scale using AI and automation. If we haven't met, my name is Jason Littrell. I'm a hospitality management consultant based here in New York City. Now, today I wanted to share some of the things that I took away from Tales. Tales of the Cocktail, it was my 10th Tales of the Cocktail, I think. So since 2009, I've gone about 10 times. And it is so much fun every single time. This time was no exception, but for quite different reasons. So I'm trying to take care of myself, right? I'm trying to take care of my body and my mind so that I can take care of my business. And it has to go in that order. You cannot be productive and effective if you are not taking care of yourself, at least not for very long. And so I learned this. I'm 43 years old. I have a 5-year-old son. I'm really about protecting my energy. And so I don't like to talk to people that have no substance, that have no ambition, that are just not interesting. Sorry, I just have to say no a lot, and I think that a lot of people would benefit from doing the same. I don't want people calling me unless they want something from me. And it sounds cold and transactional, but yeah, I just don't have a lot of time anymore. And the energy that I do have needs to go to my 5-year-old son because he is an energy factory. And so Tales, I was a little bit nervous about Tales because I was worried that there would be there was just if you have ever been to Tales of the Cocktail, you'll just walk down the street and you'll see 10 people that you know. If you've been in the industry as long as I have, you just see a lot of people. And I really had an agenda. I had a focus that I wanted to do. I wanted to close a couple clients. I wanted to open up a couple new conversations with new people. And I wanted to see how I could provide value in the world. And luckily, that happened organically, despite my plan, despite my vision for what was supposed to happen at Tales. And just like I do every year, I go into this with this specific obtuse agenda, and then I'm pleasantly surprised by how stupid that was. Because you don't need to have an agenda necessarily, other than to just talk to people and find out what's going on. And just by listening to people, I learned more about what I should be doing. But that wasn't the game changer. The game changer at Tales of the Cocktail for me was bringing a bicycle. Right. So I bought a 3-speed Brompton C-Line bicycle, which is one of those folding bikes that folds really small. It actually will fit into the overhead compartment on a 787 or 737-800 Max, which is one of those planes that you hear about that you're not supposed to get on. And I got on one of those twice. And it didn't crash this time, which is great. But the bike that I bought fits on the overhead compartment, and it didn't work out this time because I was in a later boarding group, even though I was upgraded. I don't know, explaining that to me, and so I was able to gate check the bike and fly it down to New Orleans. And so I literally rode my bike to the airport in New York, from the airport in New Orleans, and then again to the airport in New Orleans, and then from the airport back to my house. So I had 0 ground transportation. It's super cool. It was hard. It wasn't the most fun, especially when it's 90 degrees and 90+% humidity. But I did it, and it was cool, and I liked my rig. And so this kind of opens up a whole nother world for me as far as how to get around when I travel places, because I saw more of New Orleans in this time, in these 3 days, more geography of New Orleans, I should say, in these last 3 days than 10 trips that I'd been on before. So definitely a game changer. So back to the agenda at Tales and what I was hoping to accomplish. Well, I did have a couple good meetings, and I did pick up a couple clients. And hopefully I'm going to be enrolling them into the L3 thing. So I don't think I've even talked about the L3. So last week I eased up on the videos. You probably wouldn't have noticed because you don't see the ones that I make every day. But there's a ripple effect. So that there's the videos that I make, they get chopped up days and weeks later. And so I have a bank of videos that I 40. I'm 40 videos or 30 videos ahead or something like that. And so there, even if I died, there would be 30 days of videos coming out after that. And so there's a bank of videos coming out, And so I haven't talked about the L3 system yet. So the L3 system is listen, learn, and lead, L3. And it's a 12-week program that we developed using about 20 years of my last 20 years of figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And it's a cohort-based learning system where you learn one specific system that helps move the needle and solve a problem each week. And then we do it as a group. And so we all get our combined effort together and we help solve each other's problems. But more so is you show up for these 90-minute session a week. We will implement a specific system that will solve one specific problem, whether it's sales, marketing, operations, training, or HR, whatever it is. And every week we go through it one by one. And additionally, if that doesn't take, or if that's not completely obvious on how on the implementation and you're struggling with it, our team will commit another 90 minutes to helping you implement that system. And that's with you. This is a done with you service. So what I've learned is that when I take on clients one at a time, I find myself asking them, what is the problem? What should we attack first? When I should have been like, over the next 12 weeks, we're going to be attacking every problem that we attack. And your team is going to learn how to use the system. The system will be fully implemented so that there's no ambiguity about how to use the system. This will be largely set it and forget it. And you will get the benefits of the residual use of the system from now until the end of time, because our team will be constantly updating it in the back end. And so this fundamental approach to client services delivery is something that I just really am excited about now, because I hadn't thought of it. It's called cohort-based learning, or cohort-based implementation. And so I'm looking for 10 people, actually 7 people now, who want to join the L3 beta, which is an abbreviated course. It's 4 weeks. And we do 4 core systems. Now you'll get the full 12 down the road, but right now I just need help implementing these 4 core systems, because they're the biggest 4 systems actually, and they're largely revolved around listening and building a database for your brand. And in exchange for your feedback and for helping me understand how the beta system implementation works, we are offering a dramatic discount on this program. So we're doing, I think it's $3,000 for 6 months of access, and then that's 4 weeks of hand holding, of just holding your hand, walking you through it. And our team, my team and I, probably mostly me, will be working with you individually. And all I'm asking for is a bit of feedback on the system, and you will get 100% the benefit of the system. So if you were just for context here, so if you were on my DIY plan, the do-it-yourself plan, that would be $497 a month. That's just licensing the system and the software, very, very limited support. That would be $497 a month. So that's about what this costs. So for the full service, which costs $24,000 a month, you'd get that for $12,000 a month. So that's 75% discount. So this is the L3 system, and I'm very, very excited about it. It's the effective implementation of the essential systems that we provide, and you get it for 75% off, just for telling us whether you like it or not. And the upside of testing this out is that you're going to get a lot of hand holding and support. So you basically be getting an operations agency, an operating system, and an operation agency working with you on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. So that's what I'm focusing on. And then that's it. There are no other focuses. That's it. So L3 system, I really hope to see you there. It's going to be a pretty big deal for us. From a business standpoint, I'll just walk you through the numbers, because I've been sharing how I've been building the agency. So from a business standpoint, being that it's $3,000 and we have 3 people, or we have 10 people, 10 spots available, that's $30,000 cash collected. Now we can so that's cash flow. That's oxygen for any business. And so when the tank gets low, you run a program I want to do this every quarter, where we have a 12-week program every quarter, And then as we get better at it, we'll learn to systematize it and scale it and sell it and stuff like that. Actually, it might end up being an 8-week program just so we have a month of rest and a month of sales in between. But the point is that you collect cash in lumps, and that is more valuable to me than waiting every month for a little bit of money. So when you have large chunks of money in the bank account, then you can make safe investments. You can pay off your credit cards. So you're not, your economy of scale increases dramatically, and you're not paying stupid things like credit card fees. And so that's kind of what I'm excited about, is because being able to make large payments and make large investments means that you can buy things in bulk. Like, this goes to my house too. Like I basically eat the same 5 things, so I can buy those 5 things in bulk for myself and my kid, and be done with it. So, all right. So that was a Tails update. That was the L3 update. That's kind of where my business is headed right now. And I hope you had a wonderful Tails. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Thank you.